A while ago, I challenged a flat earther to provide me with some proof against the ball after commenting on a video. This was the video the guy commented to, and what he said was, the amount of proof against the ball is just staggering. So, if the amount of proof is staggering, I would like to see it. So I asked, since you say the amount of proof is staggering, name it all. I guess he couldn't, so he didn't. Some other guy did reply to my request, and he gave me this tile, which contains 9 single points. As I didn't have enough time back then, I gave just this short reply, basically saying nope, not true to basically everything. But I wanted to reply to those points anyway, so let's go by them one at a time. So his first point was, the horizon always rises to the observer's level. Boom! Well, no, it doesn't. It just doesn't. There are plenty of videos on YouTube explaining that the horizon does not rise to eye level. Like this one by Wolfie6020. If you have the time, check out his channel. He has a lot of good videos explaining a lot of things on the flat earth and how it's not possible. So this point is basically nonsense. The second point was, the curve cannot be seen nor measured from the earth. Boom! Yeah, sure. Let's take Soundly here with a couple of videos on Lake Pontchartrain, just showing a curvature with these electrical transmission pylons. So you could see a curvature here. It has been debated by flat earthers, but if you could see the curvature here, which would indicate you could measure it, you would use a theodolite to measure this. To measure the angles in the horizontal and vertical planes. So you could measure curvature here, no problem. Then flat earthers like to say, well, you can't see curvature from left to right. Well, that's on how we perceive curvature and the horizon. The horizon is just a circle on the ball, and this video explains really well on how we perceive our horizon as a straight line. So basically this is our horizon, so it's nearly a straight line from how we see it. So yet again, we can see it, we can measure it, so this point is nonsensical, it's just not valid. His third point was, the North Star never fucking moves, it's always in the same spot no matter what. Well, is it? Is it really? Because if you look at pictures like these, you can find a lot of them on Google. You could see that Polaris here is not in the center of these star trails. It leaves its own small star trail, so it's not in the center. Which means it moves. So basically this point not true. Pilots use a gyroscope, a mechanical device that would not work at all on a spinning ball, by the way, is also fact. Well, that guy probably just doesn't know how a gyroscope works. Yet again, I chose some videos by Wolfie6020 who explains how gyroscopes work. So basically there's a lot of explanations on how a gyroscope would work on a spinning ball. So this again is no argument for a flat earth. The fifth point was, no planes fly directly under and across Antarctica. Well, no, they don't. But that doesn't mean it's a valid point against ball Earth. There are reasons why we don't fly over Antarctica, at least not with commercial flights. Um, there are only a few routes to take over that continent that would be shorter than any other route, 2 or 3 routes. But it's financially just not attractive, as you would need to take a lot of special survival equipment with you for every passenger. So no airline would do this, as it would cost them money, because they can take less passengers and less cargo. So there's just no reason to fly over Antarctica. So this as well is no argument against ball Earth or pro flat Earth. Then we have this one. There are a lot of landmarks visible from 150 plus miles away that should not be visible if the Earth were a ball. Fact? Well, that's not exactly true either. Geometrically, yes, it should not be visible. Like the Canigou mountain ranges in the south of France, which are visible for 2 days per year. And there's a really good explanation on this. It's being misrepresented by flat earthers several times, and Slice Barkane here explains really good how it works. If you like these videos, just visit Slice Barkane's channel as well. Look at some of the videos he's made. He has good explanations on the different aspects of flat Earth and how it's not possible, so check out his channel as well. So basically, this point, load of crap as well. Point 7, Antarctica webcams will never produce footage of a full day. The cut footage lasts few hours of daylight as to hide shadows, because the sun does not circle the continent as it would on a ball. Yes, fact. Well, yet again, there are plenty of beautiful examples on the 24-hour sun on Antarctica, like this one on the channel by Josh Miller. It's a beautiful time lapse of the sun going around Antarctica above the horizon at the McMurdo station at Antarctica. I'll just shut up for a minute and let you enjoy. So this is a beautiful 360-degree 24-hour time lapse where the sun never goes below the horizon. So this point is nonsensical as well. It's just not true. The 8th point was on the geocentrical model versus the heliocentrical model. I just looked it up on Wikipedia, and I know Wikipedia is said to be not reliable, but you know, it just explains how what we see from Earth does not comply with the geocentric model, but it does with the heliocentric model. So point 8, geocentricity is just not possible if you take a good look at what's happening around the planet. His last point was architects have made statements many times that when railroads are made or long bridges or anything like this, curve is not taken into account. Why? Because there's no fucking curve. Well, they do take it into account. And if you just Google a bit, you find sites like Quora, where there are explanations by professionals in their field explaining how it works. And on this one, there's also a good explanation as to how architects do take curvature into account when they design buildings, bridges, railroads, or whatever. So whatever is said on this by that commenter, it's just not true. So he ended his comment with this, and it just shows that, well, it shows his main state of mind. Look, we've been hoodwinked, man. All of us. It ain't easy to accept, but it's the truth. Well, not if you just look at it. But then again, what do I know? Thanks for watching. Enjoy.